a few days ago I sat down when I was doing, that was the intention, wanted to do a live conversation, live readings on my Facebook page, which is again Susanna Medium. Everything is Susanna Medium. And then quite amazingly, beautifully, a different type of conversation came forward. And I'm always very mesmerized because, you just feel that now you need to sit down and talk to people and you need to share something. You just feel that there is a sensation of something coming forward, something wanting to happen. And then you don't know what it is or how and so on, but you just need to turn up, and that is the sensation what I have when such conversation comes forward. So there was no intention as such, it was just more of following that sense that I need to come and sit down and start talking to people in the form of, now let's have readings, guys. Who wants to have their personal message? It's all on Facebook, it's all a live conversation. And bang on, as we started, there was a very different conversation coming forward. So this is what you are going to listen to now after the break. Feel the energy, because that was a direct link, a direct conversation. I was aware of more than one communicators, always from the highest of the highest consciousness, different energies, about beautiful, beautiful meaning, and really talking about how we are starting 2023, the guidance we are receiving about 2023, and really the timing. So what is happening energetically in January, February, March? What is happening in April? And what is the bridge energy from April to August? They are discussing that as well. And then again, what is happening afterwards. And then one section is about how we perceive time, our reality of time. There was one section about how we are going after our own inspiration, what is really important to us, and really having a soul conversation, soul communication. And oh yes, there was a section where, knowing that this year 2023, as humanity, we will be receiving 5 principles, and then the first number 1 principle was something that was given in this conversation. So just sit back, relax, and just really take in everything. From time to time, I'm dropping back to my personal level because, interestingly or funnily, there was a situation I wanted to attend, another meeting online, and it was just really communicated through this conversation. But I did not cut, I did not edit, I did not do anything with this recording, because that was the essence, how everything was created in the spur of a moment. And then if you also want to watch this, you want to see the video version of it, it is available on my YouTube page, YouTube section, which is again Susanna Medium, and you can check that one out there as well, and also on Facebook. So it's around, was it on the 31st or the 30th, 29th, 30th of December, around that time. So check that one out. And while now we are going to go for a short break, coming back, and then that transmission begins. I'm very grateful every time. I'm very grateful when such conversation comes forward. So just relax, sit back, sit back and relax, and we'll talk afterwards. So here we go. Yesterday, I'll just chat here. So yesterday I spoke about letting this year go and then welcoming the new year. And quite a lot of us, while I'm sitting here and then feeling this energy, what the spirit is making me aware that quite a lot of us are feeling resistance and resisting into stepping into the new year. And a lot of us, a lot of you might be feeling that we need to continue to wear many, many hats. And whereas we want to wear about 2 or 3 hats, and then we are stepping into the new year wearing 5 hats and already feeling anxious about how many more hats do we need to wear next year. And what Spirit says that for the timing, it's a practical energy, practical tip what they are giving us, is that hang on to those hats what you are wearing right now. And then as you are stepping into the new year, especially when we get to February time, January just swish it out, swipe it out. don't even take notice of January, because really the energy is about February onwards. So what they are showing us that if you feel a little bit, oh, New Year is coming in, and what am I going to do, and what kind of responsibilities I will need to take on, and I need to do extra, I need to take extra burden. And what Spirit says that hang on to those ones what you are carrying right now, and be very selective what you are taking on and what you are not taking on, because your power is coming. You are coming to your power. That is what I'm hearing here, because you will have that inner strength to say no and yes and no and yes. And then while we are going through, what they are showing me here, going through February and March is like very quick. It's very quick, and as if we just want to get over with the whole energy in February and March. So just listen to how it goes, okay? So just because I sat down here and then, okay, let's do some readings. But as I sat down immediately, I had to start the energy. So January is going as it is coming. It's smooth and it's swift. And then we are just swiping as if you are cleaning a room. And then energetically, it also feels like I need to come back to January, that the dust, the dirt belonging to the energy, belonging to the old year 2022, we are still experiencing it in January. So the suggestion is that keep clearing, keep giving away, and then keep giving away, not just the things you are attached to physically, but then giving away your light, giving away your conversations, giving away your sparkles, because this is the way how you are planting seeds. And you need to think about that, what you are giving out in January, even if you are feeling a little bit reluctant and wanting to hold things to ourselves. But then if you start putting the seeds out, you will have the harvest, and then you will have the harvest earlier when the others would be having their harvest. You would have it earlier, So how I see it, let me just sit here. So how I see it energetically is a harvest. When is the harvest? When we get to August and September. The Spirit says, put the seeds out now, because the harvest, you will get a harvest earlier. You will have like not just the primary harvest, but then the others will be getting the secondary harvest, what we have in July and August, and you will have the earlier cut. Now, I don't know anything about agriculture, but what they are showing me is that cutting the top of the wheat, I'm seeing a big field in front of me, the crops are growing, and you will have the first go at cutting the top, having the first slice of things. And whether we are talking about business, more of your business sense is coming forward, now I'm finally talking about what I mean when I'm talking about my own business, So if this is your conversation, make sure that January is, I'm clearing the space, swiping, and we have to focus, and then it goes, because the energy starts picking up when we get to February and March, when we are in action. And what was said here was that make sure that you are hanging on to those things what you already have, and be selective. You will learn, you will get the energy, you will get that inner sensation what you need to take on and what you need to pass it on to. And then a pass is going to be like not thinking about it, not meditating, not asking advice, not counseling on that or anything like that, but it's like a spur of a moment. You will know what is there for you and what is not there for you, what you want and what you don't want, okay? So when we get to February and March, that's going to be quite like a, what I'm seeing and hearing is when you are in this big hall, sports hall, and then you are playing tennis by yourself, you've got one racket and you've got one ball, and then you are throwing the whole thing, or the machine is throwing the ball over there, and then your job is to hit, get it and then push it back and hit it back. But then what they are showing me is quicker, because it's not the tennis ball they are giving us here, but then a ping pong, the small one. And then it's there, and it's fast, fast. That is the energy. So if you are thinking about business, sense of business, tune into the energies of February and March. And while I'm saying this, because moving forward, February, I want to say May and June. So where is April? Let's see, where is April? Whether we are absent-minded, no, maybe. April, okay, energetically, April, it's funny because I sat down here to do readings for you, but here we go. That is what you need to talk about. So April feels like between now, December, January, and April is one chunk of energy. And then how we are creating this energy, January, February, March, and then pausing, and then using April as a secondary January, so it means that starting anew, okay, and then summarizing what was happening to us in January, February, March, and what we have learned, what we have achieved, how everything works, how our plans work, so it's like short-term and mid-term work, okay, or plans, then depending on everything, taking everything into consideration, then we plan, we look forward, we look through and we look forward to the rest of the year, because that is what we said, that is what we need to concentrate on, my lovely friends, okay? So January, February, March is one energy, and when we get to April, then you summarize everything, readjust, it feels like a machinery, and oiling the twist and seeing whether things are going forward clockwise or anti-clockwise, or what is parallel, what is mirroring each other, structure, thinking through, really feeling your ideas from all different angles, because when everything is set, then there is a quiet space. It feels like whether it's the last week of April or the third and fourth week of April, some people will have the third and fourth week of April more quiet and quieter and more okay, I'm pausing, as if really taking your attention to where you are going next. Now, what you are creating in April has an impact on I want to say August. It's like across the time I'm going across, and then August, September is another time schedule for us. Interesting. So next year, friends, next year is January, February, March is one section, and then from April, so April we summarize things, plant the seeds, and then it will have an impact on the rest of the year, but most certainly going up to August, because from August is a conclusion, okay, so I see it as a bridge, okay, April and August is a bridge. Anything can happen. That is what Spirit says, anything can happen. And then what I see is that it's a bridge, a bridge. And then the water the river can go in one direction. The river cannot go going that way and coming backwards unless there are certain spurs, undercurrent, currents, those kind of things. But then energetically, what Spirit said that anything can happen between April and August, because some people, the river will go downwards. Some people, they just want to go back to where they were coming from, because it's like, oh, so much is happening, I don't know. I don't just want to go back. So the energy is like, I'm not saying all over the place, but then it feels like everybody will know which direction and which tides and which river they need to sail, like lots of, it feels like fire's energies, like fire, and then exchange of ideas, exchange of conversations, rapid. So really how we are communicating, or how we are expressing ourselves, how we are taking other people's conversations and energies in, because it feels very fast, it feels very rapid, it feels like things are all over the place, things are out of order, and then you have the choice to either really swept away by the tides, and then you will not know the following day where you are, because you will not know where your feet are landing, and then you might have all the twirls and twists, so it's like between April and August, but at the same time we have the opportunity to step outside of the river and just watch, okay? So watch, observe what is happening in the energies, what is happening on a big scale of life, whether we are going this way and that way. And some of us, energetically, what it feels like, some of us who are planning to go that way, we might, by observing and by pausing, we might decide actually we want to go the other direction, What Spirit says, because I'm holding my hand like this, what Spirit says that your choice, that is going to be your choice. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. We will show you the way. You will have everything. You will have access to everything. But then the final choice is yours. And then the choice you are making will have an impact on many years to come for you. It's like 2 or 6 or 8 years to come. What I'm also feeling for the April and August time, like the Babel, the Tower of Babel, okay, Babel, like which are mixed. It's really, so I don't know what is happening on the surface of the earth, affecting the whole humanity, but it feels like everybody's talking all the same time, at each other, and it's like a chaos of languages and chaos of messages and chaos of sounds, and feeling exhaustion, on the human level, feeling exhaustion. But what Spirit says that hang on to, hang on to what you have. And then also as if you are sitting on this coach, the horse-pulled coach, and then you are hanging on to your horses. And then even if your horses they want to ride, take you away, and your job is to have the strength, okay? Because your strength will be challenged or tested this year, The follow the sun, follow the sun, not the stars, not the moon, but follow the sun, And then how I see on the sky, or in the sky, sorry, I see the moon, that's my left hand, okay? Moon is over there, and then the sun is over there. And many times will we see the time when the moon and the sun are at the same time on the sky, in the sky, doesn't matter, in the sky. And then your job is to know that it's okay as it is, Okay, because we cannot change, we cannot reach, and it's just more of observing and seeing, but it's energetically, I don't know anything about the planets, most certainly did not look into that, but it's how we will see the moon and the sun and the sky, in the sky at the same time. Doesn't matter how in the sky, the moon and then the sun in the sky at the same time. But it feels quite close to each other, the two of them. The two of them. And then also how we are bringing the light down, how we are bringing the energies down, How much we are asking, because how I see it as a shower in front of us, And then how I'm looking at the moon and then the sun, they are not above me, coming down to me, or not behind me, but then everything is in front of me. How I am bringing everything down. So while I'm noticing the moon and the sun over there, my job is to actually feel and filter what is coming in front of me energetically. You can go through like a beam of light, as if you are going through a shower, and then when you are on the other side, it's a different thing, How much we are bringing down, how much we are noticing things, not just bringing down, but how much we are noticing that thing coming down. It's here and it's not over there. So it's like, no. It also might mean, okay, I just flag this out, that when I'm seeing the moon and the sun in the sky, the patches of rain coming down here, and then there and there, it's here for me, but it's not there. So I wonder why it's not there, but it's here for me. What Spirit says that study what your grandfathers knew. Okay, study what your grandfathers knew about. I wanted to say weather, but then they're talking about temperature as well. Okay, what our grandfathers knew about weather and then weather and temperature. Okay. What they are showing me is that on the surface of the earth, because of the experience, human experience is different, because our lives and then the languages are very different. So it is maybe, okay, that's a question, it is maybe the time, or isn't it maybe the time that your humanity, your humans are correlating each other in a different way. They start working differently. Isn't it a time that humans on the earth start working differently to save what you have, clarity is coming, and it's again the same conversation. It feels like don't underestimate the power of your light, what is coming from your heart, not just the power of your imagination. Be respectful of the imagination and then your ideas. Be respectful for what you are or of you are receiving. Be respectful and be humble, but don't underestimate that is not important. So energetically, what I feel here is important, that when we have an inspiration, we need to acknowledge it, we need to be grateful for that, and then, okay, I have received this, I am, you as a person, you have received it, not the person next to you, but it was you who needed to receive that guidance, that inspiration, that idea, like feeding us, we will be fed by the ideas, we will be spoon-fed, because the state of humanity it's a different conversation, state of humanity is that it is going to be necessary for us, some of you, to feed you, like spoon feed you for comfort and assurance, okay? What you feel is in your one pocket, you might feel it's wander into the other pocket, or might wander into the pocket of somebody else. So energetically, what it feels like, how we can be attached to things, and then how we are attached to what we have, what we earn, what we have, and we put it into one pocket, like this is my left side, to my left pocket, this is what Spirit says, that it might need to wander to my right pocket. Okay? It might need to wander through my right pocket to somebody else. Be generous how you are giving. Be generous how you are giving. Because you need to know that while we have the focus on the right pocket, meaning how much I'm giving, how much I'm sharing, how much I'm giving away to people, to my family and friends and community, we might be worried. We might be worried that, oh, what is going to happen to me? So what Spirit says that your focus is what you are giving away, and then how you are giving it away. How you are giving it away, because that very moment will be the very important place, a very important moment, how you are giving things away. You will remember that one. You will remember the energy of you giving and the other person receiving, even if you don't know the person, even if the other person or family member or person or community member don't want to show their faces, so it's anonymously. You will remember the frequency of you giving, okay, and then the frequency of the other person receiving. Don't underestimate the power of giving and receiving and giving and receiving, because that energy, what Spirit says, that energy needs to bubble, that energy needs to continue, it cannot stop, Every single one of you has the responsibility to roll the energy. As long as you are giving, you will receive. As long as you are giving, we will get you there. We will get you to give you what you need, you know. I'm getting the number 4, 5 here. So whether, I don't want to identify 4 or 5 in a month, or whether it is April and, I want to say March, April and May energy, but that is, it's just like, okay, we are getting like 4 or 5 principles. Okay, that is what I'm feeling. They are going to give us 4 and 5 principles this year, and the principle number 1 is a give and give away, give and receive. That's the first principle they want us to remember for next year. Give and receive. Now what they are showing me here, I'm going to be here, friends, for a minute or two, because I'm doing not a workshop, but I'm attending something in a few minutes' time. So I'm going to be there. But then for me it's quite interesting, because I wasn't thinking about anything, because I was sitting here with angel cards, you know, bringing you a few individual messages, so that might happen another time, but I really felt that I needed to be here, so hence we are just improvising this little talk, but then it feels like this conversation needs to come forward first before we can talk to you individually. Although you need to know that your questions are very much highlighted in our reality, and on the on the microscopic levels, you know very well what you are asking, or what you want to know. So that knowledge, you will be filled with that knowledge, you know, you will be filled with that. Don't be fearful, and don't be hastily, that you have not received answer to your questions, but then you will be filled with your answers, with our answers, in due time course, in due course. You still have time. You still have time to give away your things before your year finishes. You still have time to give away your things. You be very, very mindful and very alert, and prepare yourself well, so that what you are giving away this year will benefit the others, will benefit those who are in need of those things, and then for you that it is lighter. You need to know that every step while you are giving away, you are receiving, and it's lighter for you. And what you need to receive is going to be just around the corner. It's just around the corner. Now what they are talking about here is the time, our sensation, our sense of time. Okay, our sense of time. Now what I'm showing is the calendar. You know how we see a month, and then we see 4 or 4.3 weeks or 5 weeks in a month. But then how they are showing me is that the weeks are going to be shrinking. So whether the days are shorter, nothing to do with the current, like shorter and all this, nothing. But then our sensation, how we are perceiving time time, the energy is fluctuating through the weeks and the months and the days and then the hours. So it feels like a squishing, like a day is being squashed. What I can liken this to is the surrealist paintings, those ones where you see the time twisted. That is what they are showing me. Is the day, the shape of the day. It's not a cube, not a square in the calendar, but it's a twisted thing. So the squeezing the time. So if you anticipate that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a normal schedule, and you will have weeks so that you feel your month, then you will need to open your minds, because the sensation how humanity is sensing, accepting, sensing, experiencing, what is the word? How humanity is receiving time or experiencing time or sensing time, is going to change. It is going to change. It is rapid, and it's major. It is a major change how we are feeling about time. And you don't be afraid, and don't be surprised if your ones, your loved ones, the people, you and your people, even in the same household, you will have a different sense of time altogether. And then, as if you are like independent planners, just flowing in the space, not knowing what the time or how you are measuring your time. And then your time is how you measure it is different from your friends and then the person next to you. Don't be fearful, because you need to know that it's only a stage, a phase of your human reality. We need to give it to you now. We have postponed to give you the sensation of this time experience. It has been around you for 4 or 5 years, but this is the time as we are moving forward, this is the time when we need to give you that sensation, because the earth humanity, you need to experience it, the time that you are stepping in, the year you are stepping into. We are here to give you guidance, we are here to give you clarity on when we are ready, very much ready to teach you and train you what to do and how to do with your time. Never underestimate that we are there or we are not there, because we are there everywhere, and we are being in great service, and that's what brings us joy. And please acknowledge our light, our energy, our light, and please acknowledge that we are full-heartedly, purposefully, we are here to guide you, to help you, to support you, to comfort you, to train you, to bring you joy and bring you calmness, because that's one of the things what you need to experience in your new year. A calm set of mind and a calm set of peacefulness in all areas of your life. The changes you are stepping into is one of the biggest, more important changes you have ever experienced in your lives, and we are profoundly inspired, empowered to be there for you and follow you and guide you and lead you on your journey. The time of great change is just around your corner. Be brave, bring brevity, boldness and courage into your lives and into your minds and into your hearts, because that is our most profound experience that we can witness it with you all together. Our blessings and our guidance are with you, and we wish you well on your journey. We wish you well on your day, today, in your today, and the many today you are planning to experience, because the reality of what you are experiencing and stepping into as every single reality, every single day, is our reality, and through you we are experiencing your reality. And that's why, therefore, we are very grateful for you being there where you are, because we are able to expand and express and expand, express and experience your reality. We are fully honoring and blessing you and every single one of you. We are counting on every single head of what you can count amongst your human beings. And We are guiding you and we are there to support you in every step. We wish you all the very best, and we are looking forward to opening another conversation another time when you have your questions ready, and even when this person is not hearing and reading your questions, your answers will be given in due course and at the time you need to receive them. Wow, wasn't it just a wonderful conversation, beautiful message what we have received from consciousness, spirit consciousness, and from our communicators here, our guides here. And I'm always very, very grateful and very grateful when such conversation comes forward, even if it is intentional or unintentional. It's more of unintentional, because you see, when we have the intention to, yes, we want to do something, we want to work with the energy, we want to work with the light, and then something else comes forward, because that is what it needs to happen for the benefit of all of us.